Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about one of the secrets to my success as a designer, and I hope that this will help you as you're thinking about your daily routines of designing, because I am here to tell you that my secret isn't even that much of a secret. It's simply this: I put the most effort into the things that produce the best results. Let me say that again. I put the most effort into the things that produce the best results. Now, you might be like, well, Carina, in theory, I get that. But so often we're so busy doing all the things like posting to social media or writing a blog post. And I'm here to tell you that as a designer, the effort that matters the most is actually designing or helping create customer service surrounding the actual design work. That's it, okay? Those are the things that produces results as a designer. Now, if you're in another field of study, okay? So for example, I have a daughter who does a lot of writing. What is the thing that's going to produce the result? Writing. So she's going to spend her time writing. If you're a dentist, what is the thing that's going to produce the result? Actually looking at people's teeth, right? So this is really simple, but the crazy thing is that most designers I know do not spend the bulk of their time actually designing. They spend the bulk of their time thinking about designing, looking at other people's stuff, researching designs, writing blog posts, posting on social media, doing all the things that don't actually make it so that your efforts have an awesome result. Okay, let me give you an example of this. Okay, right now, at the time of airing this is a couple months after I've taped it, but at the time of airing this, I had been working on my fabric line. Okay, and I have kept pushing it off because I've had all these other things come up in my design life that has taken precedent. If I do not turn this fabric line in by the deadline I've set for myself, because by the way, you guys, fabric manufacturers do not give you hard deadlines. I mean, maybe if you want to get in at a certain time, but for the most part, they don't, okay? So I am personally coming up with a deadline for myself so I can get my stuff in, okay? So I have a hard deadline because I'd like it to come out at a certain time period. And if I don't, then it's going to get pushed out a little bit more. Okay, so what am I not doing? I'm not designing the line right now. So my effort isn't going into the thing that needs to be done. Because my effort's not going into it, I am not going to produce the result, which is having a fabric line next year come out, right? And that's going to be on me, right? It's very, very simple, and yet I find that most people are not doing it. So when I was designing 100% of the time, right now I've been teaching my design suite program, so I'm not designing nearly the way I used to. But when I was designing full time, like that was my main thing, we were just putting stuff into my shops, my 8 different shops, or with contracts, or I was designing lines for, other manufacturers. I did quite a bit of white labeling as well. White labeling is simply my name's not on it. I was just designing it for them and they could put their brand or logo on it. One of the things that I did was I came out with a daily plan every single day, and I would sit down and figure out how to get the most design time into my day. Because for me, designing was the effort that produced the result. So I'm going to spend as much time in my day designing so I can produce the product, because that is what we are. We are product producers in order to get to that next level, okay? So I would highly recommend, if you are audience building right now, then your time should be spent on social media, right? If you're building an audience right now, then your time is going to be spent in social media. If you are right now trying to become a designer, you shouldn't be putting that kind of effort. You should be putting a little bit of effort in, but you shouldn't be putting the kind of effort that someone who is audience building or influencer building, right, versus being a designer. It is very hard to say you're a designer if you are not designing all the time and producing the results of a designer, which should be products, right? We should be designing and creating products. Hopefully that was helpful. It really is. It's this silly little thing, but so much of my success is due to the fact that when I looked at my daily, weekly, monthly calendar, it was filled to the brim with actually designing. And I don't know as many designers out there who spend most of their time designing. And when you fill it with the thing that actually gets you the result, which we're so lucky, you guys, in the design world, we can see our results. Even if it's just a digital product, it's still a result. There's a visualization of what we actually do for a living. Some people do things where they don't get to see the results for a very, very long time, and we do. We're really lucky. So the more that you can put that time into your calendar, the better you're going to be. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. I have loved talking to you. I don't know how many design boot camps I have left. In fact, at the time of doing this particular one, I don't even know if we're going to do one in December. So I would check if you've been wanting to come to a design boot camp. These are ending very soon if they haven't already. You can go to carinagardnercourses.com/design bootcamp. I love teaching you design here, helping you understand and getting used to the idea of what design really takes and what you need to do in order to become a designer. All right, see you guys. Hey, did you know that you can visit me at makeanddesign.com to learn more about this podcast and join my VIP group for weekly freebies? I can't wait to see you there.